right, let's get it. Media and lifestyle in less than 2 minutes.
In less than 2 minutes?
Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that one. This finna take way longer than 2 minutes.
I would suppose. Yeah. Maybe. You trying to speed run? Is that what you're trying to do? You trying to speed run?
All right, so media and lifestyle in more than an hour. Let's get it.
Look, that's not believable either. Okay, take 3.
Media and lifestyle in a reasonable amount of time, undisclosed by our production team.
Take 20. The older generation and conservatives refer to us as the snowflake generation. We're spoiled. We're lazy. We're anti-Trump. They got that one right. Okay, boomer. This is the Take 20 podcast, helping you navigate through your 20s and being completely unapologetic about how we do it. Reach out to us on Instagram at Take20_podcast. This is Take 20.
How was that?
That's pretty good. I like that one.
So it was almost at random. I woke up one morning and I just decided that I was feeling a little artistic. There were a couple different things on my mind. I daydream a lot. I come up with a lot of cool concepts, ideas. Sometimes it's something as simple as like possible dialogue between two characters, like in a TV show. And I just write these things down. And I sit up and think, how could I put all these things together and make something cool with it? I mean, I know that's a little random, these little random thoughts that happen, when you're in the shower or when you're like brushing your teeth. But, that led me to want to write a screenplay. I wrote, it's just basically a little doodle that I have, saved on my laptop. But, I was thinking how cool it would be maybe to be a filmmaker one day. And be able to write my own stuff, and then I'm also a videographer, so be able to shoot my own stuff, get the whole process going from writing to shooting to editing and processing to upload. And it kind of got me thinking, like, this media thing, like, this is nothing new, of course, but this media thing, you could really take it somewhere. And I mean, okay, I know what everybody is thinking. You're saying all that, but this is a podcast, 2 + 2 doesn't equal 4. Yeah. And, not all things go into, and I'm not saying I gave up on all that stuff. I'm just saying it's basically a work in progress. But that's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is media can put them Benjamins in your pocket.
It sure can. I mean, think about all the YouTubers and Twitch streamers and Instagram, what do you call it? Influencers. Yeah. They all use media to their strengths, I guess you could say. And they're making millions, quite literally.
Is it really that high? Is it really somewhere around millions? I mean, I know they could easily break hundreds of thousands, sure, but like, do the really big ones seriously make like?
You're gonna make a pretty penny in the whole year, because if you put out a video every week, and every week from that video you're getting $200,000 or something like that, in a month that's like $250,000 easy, or $500,000 easy. Yeah, 2 months, that's $1 million.
I mean, yeah, that's obviously dope. And we started with that because we wanted an eye catcher. Everybody can say like, oh, I want to change the world. Oh, I want to make an influence. Absolutely. That part is great. But let's be honest. If you can't pay the bills doing all that, then it's not going to last very long. So, the money, they always say, don't focus on the money. Don't start with the money. Don't think about the money. Okay, there's some merit in that, but you always got to have that in the back of your mind. Now we can get into the more cool stuff, influencing people's lives and making a change. Like, all of that is absolutely dope. And you can totally do all of that too. Because you thinking all these people tune into you, whether you're doing YouTube, whether you're doing a podcast, whether you're doing some other form of media, maybe you're just an influencer on Instagram or Twitter, you have all these people looking into you, looking up to you, and, logging into your content. You can really shape the minds of the people that listen to you or the people that watch you. And that's kind of scary at the same time. Like, if you think about it, the impact us as creators have on especially not only the world, but especially the youth. I can honestly say that kids probably spend more of their time being influenced on the internet than they do in schools or even by their own parents. All right, 1 minute motivation, 1 minute on the clock. This time we're talking about keeping your goals in mind. It doesn't matter what obstacle you come up against. Once you beeline, once you have that end goal, once you have that goal line in your vision, keep going for it. Don't stop. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Those roadblocks, we hop over those.
Always keep your goals in mind, most definitely, but also you have to recognize your strengths and your weaknesses. I'm not saying be really hard on yourself or anything like that, but know what you can and cannot do. If your goal is to fly by yourself, no airplane, nothing like that, that is not possible. I'm sorry to tell you this, Bobby, it's not possible. You can't keep that goal in mind. But you can build an airplane, yeah.
Don't listen to her. Don't listen to her. Make you some paper mache wings and hop off that building.
Oh my God, stop! No, you're not!
You will glide.
When you become an influencer on social media, you have to be careful of the type of message that you're putting out, because most definitely there are young people watching. You really do have to be careful. It's really not a fuck them kids situation. Like, you can't say that.
Yes, you can.
Can't be like
Plenty
that.
of people go that route.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there are people that, they'll just curse or they'll say obscene things or whatever because they're like, hey, this is my stream, this is my channel, blah, 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 I can do whatever I want, blah, blah, blah. But they still have to be conscious that it's probably 12-year-old Bobby is still watching.
Oh, no, I was thinking more of like, it's like part of their content. Because, even like, okay, so like take a gaming YouTuber or whatever. They're not being derogatory or whatever. Sure, they still swear and stuff, and, when they're making their videos and stuff, but they're not trying to be derogatory with it. That's what I was getting at. But what you're talking about, oh no, those people, okay, yeah, bro, it's your content. Yeah, that's great. But I mean, I'm one of the people that I feel like I gotta know who my audience is or know who my potential audience could be. I'm never going to do or say anything that could potentially put someone, or let's just stay on the topic of kids specifically since we're there, like put some kid in the wrong mindset. And okay, right versus wrong, that's personal opinion, but there's clearly stuff that us as creators, like we don't want to teach these kids that. We don't want their minds going to that place. If anything, the way kind of person I am, I want kids to be able to form their own opinions and learn and grow from my content. I don't want to set them back mentally, or give them ideas that could potentially shape them the wrong way or shape their mind the wrong way.
Most definitely.
Not a lot of people can honestly say that, because I mean, okay, this stuff is great. You get on Anchor, you get on Spotify, maybe Apple Music. They have their terms of service, but you can largely say whatever you want. You can largely do whatever you want, produce whatever kind of content you want. I'm just saying, let's just be as self-conscious as possible moving into the future. For all my aspiring influencers and creators, let's just keep it consistent. So have fun in what you do what you love, make the kind of content that inspires you, but let's keep it as dope and keep it as live as possible, without just saying, oh yeah, you know what, I'm gonna say this and just screw if it messes with the minds of whatever kids. Now when we move into the realm of like adults, okay, you can be more fluent, you can be more real with them, you can talk about more controversial, livid, or like more raunchy things if you want to take it like there. Sure, your leeway kind of opens up a bit in my eyes anyway. I don't make any rules, I'm just making suggestions. But you get a little bit more leeway in the kind of stuff that you can do and the kind of stuff that you can say. But I mean, the same principle kind of applies. Like first of all, it becomes way more of a make the content that your subscribers subscribe to.
Most definitely.
That's really a big one. Don't switch things up. Like at the drop of a dime. Like, okay, if you have like this free podcast where you talk about a lot of stuff, and it's kind of random even, you know. But let's say you get that one show, or I said podcast, but this is really for all creators. You know, maybe you get that one video if you're on YouTube, or that one stream in particular on Twitch, or something similar. And it blows up. Like, that's your big moment. You know, now you're on the map. Now you're known. You got your little 15 minutes of fame, and your next things could make or break you. You know, keep it focused on what your people subscribe to, what people want to see, and what people want to hear from you. Of course, give it your own, even if you're doing something that everybody else is doing. Like, let's say you're new on YouTube and you want to throw something up there that's been done already, like a mukbang or whatever. Everybody's watching those. Everybody likes them. I mean, that's cool. Do that. You know, ride the free like train, free subscribe train while it's moving, but, you know, put your own spin on it. You know, keep it fresh, keep it cool for you, so you don't get burnt out. Don't feel like you have to do the thing that everybody else is doing to get popular. You can be as unique as possible, just so to keep your mind fresh, to keep your content fresh. You know, the things that make you different from the other person that posted a mukbang 3 hours ago.
We out here doing mukbang reaction videos. Do a mukbang and react to a video at the same time. That is instant subscribers.
Hold up. We're blowing minds in 2020.
Blew it.
Do a mukbang while watching a video of a mukbang.
Oh my God. And react to their mukbang with your mukbang.
Bars.
End it.
I don't know where we're going with this. Really, look, I didn't even know what a mukbang was until recently. I didn't even think like those were popular.
They're extremely popular.
What is it about watching people eat that people are so interested in?
Okay, first and foremost, it's not just watching people eat. You're watching them eat, but they're also talking about something. Like, I watched a guy eat a whole alligator and talk about Cardi B. I don't remember what he was talking about. It was more focused on the alligator. It looked really good. Maybe people are just hungry. I don't know.
Okay, I think back of older YouTubes like Epic Meal Time, where they make all of those really, really weird foods and like they just eat all of it. You know, like that giant like 5 or 6 foot tall cheeseburger thing that they made. I'm just throwing random stuff out there, but this sounds like something they do. But okay, so yeah, concepts of watching people eat has been a thing, but it's like the new idea of a mukbang is like part that they're just eating food, part ASMR, and then talk show about some random stuff.
Oh, that is so true.
Like, something about that mix is just so interesting. But then we're getting back to the power of media and influencing. Bro, you can do whatever you want on the internet. You can talk about whatever you want, really, or do whatever you want, and somebody's gonna watch it. It really blows my mind that that girl can make so much money on YouTube by smashing her face into pastry.
Oh my God, the Asian girl?
Yeah, all she does is stick her nose in pastry and roll her face around. And I don't know if it's a bunch of thirsty guys just watching her do whatever, or like if there's people genuinely interested in watching this girl throw her face into pastry. But like, endless possibility.
I mean, hey, when you do videos like that are strange like that, you get a variety of audiences. You get people randomly clicking like, what is this? Because they got in their YouTube suggestions. You got people that are like, hey, I heard about this girl smashing her face into pastries and breads, and I'm not sure what's supposed to be going on here, and I want to know, so will you watch it?
YouTube suggestions, wild. They're just so wild to me, because it's like you think that they have something to do with the videos that you're already watching.
No, they most definitely do not.
So like you think, but okay, yeah, that makes sense, because what would you have been watching before that to get to a girl smashing her face into pastry?
Any ASMR video, or maybe you looked up ASMR videos in the past and they're just now suggesting it to you. YouTube has an algorithm.
Look.
That's right, Big Brother. They keep all your data.
Yo, when did this become that kind of podcast?
No, I'm sorry.
Yo.
Well, it's the truth. They keep your data, okay? They keep track of it, and they show you videos that they think you would like based on things that you have looked up before.
we're all going to internment camps.
Oh my God.
You've been listening to Take 20, helping you navigate through your 20s and being completely unapologetic about how we do it. On each podcast, we talk about how society and the economy affect us, what's expected of us, mental health, myths about our generation, and how to cope with it all. We hope you enjoyed the show and took something away from it. Reach out to us on Instagram at Take20_podcast. This is Take 20.